Hello everyone, it's Ahmed Nasser. Tired of manual journal entries and balance mismatches? Let's automate your accounting with Excel. In this video, I'll show you a foolproof method to ensure your debits always equal your credits. Let's dive in. Before we jump in, I wanted to take a quick moment to thank all of you who have already joined our channel membership. By membership, you can access all the downloadable Excel files used in previous videos, and most importantly, it helps me continue creating awesome content for you. First, I will open a new workbook. I will rename this sheet as Journal Entries. The first cell is serial numbers. I can type SN instead. Then here I will type a date. Amount. Debit account. Credit account. Finally, type explanation. If you have spelling mistakes like me, go to Review tab. Choose Spelling. Then change all. Double-click between these columns to auto-fit column width. Or maybe it's better to customize the width of columns manually. Suppose that on January 1st, the owner invested $1,000 of their personal funds into the business to start operations. Let me start with the date. Type 1-1. You can edit the date format. Choose any date format you want. I will choose this. The amount is $1,000. The debit account is cash. The credit account is capital. I can type in the explanation, starting the business. To auto the number of the transaction, I will use sequence function. But before that, I will convert this range into a table. Format as a table from the Home tab. Choose any format you like. Rename a table as a journal from the Table Design tab. Press Enter. Turn to serial numbers and use sequence. The row's argument is a count function. You can use COUNTA. The value I need is the date in journal table. You can use the amount if you like. Press Enter. Don't forget to check spelling if you think that you have spelling mistakes. Let me add a new transaction. For example, the entity purchased inventory valued at $100 on the same day, paid for in cash. To quickly repeat the content of the cell above, you can use the Ctrl+apostrophe. The amount is $100. The debit account is inventory. The credit account is cash. Purchase inventory cash in the explanation. I always check spelling because my typing in English is not very good. Don't forget to use accounting format for the amount. Remove decimals if you like. I should update this formula to match the entire table. Use date in journal table in the count function. Now I add any new date, the formula will be auto-updated. Let me undo. The journal entries format typically is not like this. Can we create a typical journal entries format depending on this table? Let's do that together. Let's work on this sheet, then we will move our work to a new sheet. Again, I will type SN. Here I need each number to be repeated twice. I will use this trick. First, I will use the sequence function. Also count function. I need the date on the journal table. Multiply the count function by 2. But you must divide the sequence function by 2. Choose the general format for this cell. Precede the formula with roundup function. I need the result without decimal places, so add a comma and 0 at the end of the formula. To clarify my work, I will copy the titles. Paste them as a value here. Use XLOOKUP function to get repeated data. The lookup value is the dynamic range H2 hashtag. The lookup array is A2 hashtag. I forgot to use absolute reference with dynamic ranges. The return array is the date on the journal table. Fill series to the right. I want to make this data as this. How can we arrange it? The date is okay. Let me move the others. Here I need an account. I will use a little trick with mod and sequence functions. Sequence. Count. This dynamic range. Precede the formula with mod function. To get zeros and ones, type comma then 2 at the end of the formula. Now I will use the if function. If K2 hashtag equals to 1, I need the debit account. If false, I need the credit. Now I have cash, capital, inventory, cash, in proper order. Let me move this range. Here I need debit amount. And here I need credit. Use if function also. If this dynamic range equals to 1, then I need the amount. If false, I need 0. The credit is the opposite of debit. If this dynamic range equals to 1, then I need 0. If false, I need the amount. Move the explanation to the proper place. Now, I must get rid of these ranges. The best way is replace. Highlight this formula without equals sign and copy it. Find and select. Replace. Type here M10 hashtag. Paste the formula here. Replace all. Delete the cell content. Repeat the same steps for J11 hashtag. Ctrl plus F. Type here J11 hashtag. Ctrl plus A to select all, then paste the copied formula. Replace all. Again for I11 hashtag. And H11 hashtag. Delete this data. Now we can create a new worksheet. Rename it AutoJournal. Cut this range. And paste it here. Use date format for column B. Use accounting format for D and E columns. Change the width of the columns. Change the color of the titles. And add borders to them. To get dynamic borders to the range, I will use conditional formatting with isNumber function. Temporarily, I will use isNumber function here. The value is A1. Use absolute reference for the column and relative reference for the row. Fill series down. I will get true when I have numbers. Highlight this formula and copy it. Select A, F columns. Conditional formatting. New rule. Use a formula to determine which cell to format. Paste the formula here. Press Format. Go to the Borders tab. Choose the borders you like. Delete column G contents. And now I have journal entries without any error in balances. If you like this worksheet, I will create a chart of accounts sheet to make this worksheet more efficient and transfer balances to the chart of accounts. Tell me in the comments. By mastering this Excel technique, you're not just saving time, but also ensuring the accuracy of your financial records. Remember, knowledge is power, and sharing it is even more rewarding. So, pass it on to your fellow accountants and let's build a community of financial experts together. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy accounting!